Baby, this is do or die. Feel it in my veins tonight. Emotional suicide. You know it's an eye for eye. I didn't wanna walk the plank. But the Mariona, it came like the thunder. I was on my way to going under. Swimming in the banya, I was covered in a tidal wave, But I'm a fighter, trying to take me down, I'm going higher. Baby, you've been playing with some fire. You've been playing with fire. One day you will see what you made of me. Found my inner beast. You are released in the dead of night. In the dead of night.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round number 15 for SnB's F1 series here at Monza. This track is known as the Temple of Speed, and drivers, they're going to need all the positions they can get on track and for points as the championship quickly approaches. And I can tell you that points are pretty close and times are very, very close tonight. So we have a full field, 17 drivers ready to take the field tonight. First, we do have qualifying. Pump, what's up? How are you? Husky says a clear day, all clear. So we're good to go. No rain, although it looks a little foggy, but I have a feeling that's going to clear up. Before we get to that, though, let's take a look at a lap around Monza. I almost said that right. Here we go.
Welcome to Monza, where the crowd are ready for today's action, and we hope you're ready to see the world's best drivers fighting it out for that #1 spot. It's time for the Italian Grand Prix. We're 12 miles northeast of Milan for today's Grand Prix at a Monza circuit where we can expect top speeds of around 215 miles per hour. 11 corners on this 3.6-mile track, with 7 of those coming in the form of chicanes. And with a good slipstream and DRS open, there should be plenty of opportunity for some passing here today.
All right, well, I can tell you a few spots that these drivers are having an issue at. It's going to be around 8, 9, and 10, which we're going around right as we speak with Hokie Fan. Turn 1 is also going to be an issue. That can be actually very tricky, a lot more trickier than I was personally expecting. And this is going to be that turn right here. 7 out of 11 of these turns include a chicane. Absolutely insane. So you see the Monza Oval. I know a lot of the guys were like, let's race there. That'd be pretty wild, I would think. But we're on board with Wolfish on his outlap. In second, we're going to have Chargers. None of these guys have a lap just yet. All these guys that are out are on their outlap. Hokie Fan, you can see him moving around here. Polish Hammer. Rangers went to the top of the board in practice with a 120.2. Mayer was going to be second, and you know we've had a lot of battles between these drivers, so I'm excited what they're going to do tonight. Culture, he had the 3rd fastest in speed charts for practice, so yeah, a lot of similarities with speeds tonight. The top 3 drivers were within 0.5. So close. Absolutely crazy. Oh no, it's Shames. He's on the board with a 122.8. Like I said, in practice, we had a 120.2, so it's going to be extremely close. But I want to take a look at points. Mayor of Bag City, he leads with 234 points, 10 points over his Ferrari teammate, Jacob X99. He's got 224 points. Rangers, he's going to be for Aston Martin. He's got 198 points, missed a couple of races throughout the season. So I think if he did not, he would be right up there with him. Culture, he is going to be in 4th with 150 points. Justin, he's out there in 5th with 124. He's going to round out the top 5. And J Mac Attack, he's in 6th with 113. Polish Hammer, who I love seeing the improvement from him throughout the season. He's 7th with 89 points. No Red Bull domination. I know it's been a Ferrari season this season. And speaking of that, let's take a look at the constructor standings. Ferrari, a whopping 458 points. Absolutely insane. Aston Martin, that's going to include Justin and Rangers. They are in 2nd with 324 points. Mercedes has 263 points. That's Culture and J-Mac. McLaren, they have 128 points, and that's going to be Bloomy and Hokey. Williams, they have 97 points, and that is going to be Polish and Charger, and that is going to round out your top 5 right there. So some battles for points tonight, whether it be constructor or just the regular standings there. So going to be extremely close. In Red Bull, yes, it is 9th. Absolutely insane. All right, we got Leaf Justin. He is back in the pits there. JDM Culture is going to be in 2nd, a 120.4. Mayor of Bag City, he's going to be at the top of the charts with a 120.4 in qualifying. Just over 12 minutes left. We do have 27 laps tonight. This track, 3.5 miles long, is considered an easier track with only 11 turns. But like I said, let's go on board with Culture here. We're going to head up to another problem spot that's going to be 8, 9, and 10. You can see it on the map there on the bottom right as he heads into it. A left, right, and then a left. You hit these curbs. I heard a lot of drivers talking about it. You hit those curbs, and it is just knocks the car straight loose, and a lot of cars going around. So I think we're going to see some cars there, and also turn 1 and 2. If I joined, I would be the youngest driver, I bet. I have to say I'm 13 because if I didn't, Twitch would ban me. Interesting. I would say you definitely would be the youngest. Really cool to see. Look at everybody in pits. Let's take a look at the tires. I want to see what they're doing here. Everybody on those softs. This weather, though, foggy, a little overcast here. So curious to see how that is going to affect them as they get back out on track for the race. You know, it's going to be different conditions for these guys. Take you a second to get used to that. All right, last week we saw a crazy race. It was Mayer who won it. That made for 6 wins in the season. Rangers, he was in 2nd, but around the final lap and the final couple of turns, he spun it around and lost his position. Just very upsetting night for him. He did so extremely well. A lot of close battles, but it was Mayer who won. Rangers did won the Hungarian Grand Prix, so that was cool to see. That was his 3rd win of the season. Leaf Justin on his outlap, currently sitting P3 on the board with a 120.9. All these guys within a half a second between each other. J Mac Attack is in the pits, but he's got a 121.1. JC with a, he goes down. He's going to have a 121.4. Jacob goes to the top of the board with a 120.4. It's another Ferrari driver right there. Guess my age though. Okay, well, you're AFK. I'm gonna say 11. I don't even know if you heard that, but we'll see. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I appreciate it, and I know the drivers do. Let me know if you're out there. Who are you rooting for? Or who do you think is going to win? Red Bull in 7th because I have been in the booth and I am the only Red Bull driver. Now you gotta make me look because I thought Red Bull was in 9th. Yeah. Unless I got something wrong, which is very possible. It is very possible. Either way, it is Blue Husky in the Red Bull, and he is an only driver, and he has been in the booth with me quite a bit this season. Jacob, that lap is going to be out the window for that one. Mayor of Bag City, his teammate, 120.4. Take a look at this, you guys. Jacob, Mayor, Culture, all three with a 120.4. If that is any indication of what we're going to see out on track, let's go. Hokie Fan, he was in fourth, got moved down by Justin, a 120.5 and a 120.9 respectively. You meant 7 points. I gotcha. I mean, you never know. I could have messed up too. You know who we haven't heard from yet? Let's take a look down here, see if he's out. No, he is still in the pits. Rangers, he always waits. I can't say always. He usually waits until last minute to make those laps. And when he does, I'll tell you what, absolutely incredible. Dion, you see him out here? We had a caution around that sector. Everything seems to be okay, though. Let's take it down to Polish Hammer, 120.7. Love the amount of 120s we're seeing right here. So far, 6 of them, and it's going to end out with Hokie Fan, 120.9. JC is going to be in 7th, a 120.094, with JMac Attack in 8th with a 121.12. David is going to be in 9th with a 121.158. Sky in 10th with a 121.6. Blue Husky, who we just spoke about, he is out there in 11th, currently in the pits with a 121.9. Wolf moves up the board to 10th with a 121.6. Oh no, it's Shames, 122.3. Man, one thing I'm gonna note about this, take a look, 2 seconds between most of these drivers. Vulture has retired. Hopefully we can get him back in, but Chargers 122.4. Bloomy a 139.5. We know he will go out there and better his lap. I saw him pretty high up on the board during practice, so no worries here. Meanwhile, Rangers is holding out on us. Dion is out on track, so we'll see what they do. Pump, I'm gonna say 11. There we go. Repeat. I know, Jimmy Cocker. What about that? Man, that's crazy. Absolutely. JC, yep, he's out there. Did I guess it right? I mean, I don't know. I just had a feeling. I'm rooting for everyone except for that Williams in 5th. Polish, tonight is your night, fella. It is your night. Let's go. Pump. I don't know. Like I said, I just had a feeling, man. Kind of crazy, right? Polish. We got to cheer on Polish tonight. He's going to do great. We're not... No chatting in chat right before the start. That got you last week. We're not going to do that tonight, right? But repeat, yes, it was so fun. And you know so many guys out here in the F1. So a lot of fun. Jacob, Mayor, Sky, JC. I know you know all these guys. So really, really cool to see. I hope you're doing good, repeat. Hope you're doing good. We're on board with the Polish Hammer. He had a tough race last week, I gotta say. Man, yes, Maddie, tell him no texting and driving. Didn't go well. So this is his night. You can see him warming up those tires, a little glitchy on there. Culture, we need Culture back. Hokie Fan is currently P6. Another one on the board for a 120. JC in 7th, J Mac Attack in 8th, David MC. He's currently sitting 9th, Bloomy in 10th. 10 drivers sitting within a second apart. That's crazy. You text and drive in NASCAR Ignition. Stop. I mean, I kind of do the same, so I can't say anything. I can do it on there, but I cannot do it on iRacing. I am not that talented. Mike, what's up? Let me make sure I'm in a party. There we go. Because when I'm not, this thing blares. All right. 3 minutes, 38 seconds left on the board to qualify. I'm getting a little worried about Culture. I want to see him out here. Culture, he does have, let's see, he has a win out here. I want to see him get 2. I want to see him get 2. Mayor, if he gets another win, that's going to be 7 for him. Rangers, if he gets a win tonight, that will be 4. Polish, if he gets a win tonight, that will be his first one of the season. And I swear to you guys, it looks like it's raining out here. What is happening? No rain. No rain. We talked about a previous season in which there was rain and cars at the start, just literally left, right, off track, everywhere. An explosion of cars heading into turn 1. So hopefully we don't see that tonight. Turn 1 is going to be the trickiest spot at the start. You know I say it every single week. If we can get past that, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. We're going to see some one-car incidents tonight. Polish Hammer, there we go. Fastest lap, 120.2. 0.2 faster than P2 of Jacob X99. Polish, he's got those fast laps. Now we just, we need to get it through the race. Get him in victory lane here. A lot of guys in the pits trying to figure out what they're going to do with their car, what they're going to do with the tires. I am going to be surprised if I see anyone not on the softs. And yeah, here we go. Everyone on those softs trying to get the fastest lap times that they can. I can't say the thing you do when drinking water or breathing air. Snort? I don't know. I don't know. You have me very curious. You have me very, very curious. No, the SU. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, they won't let you say that, huh? Okay. I gotcha. I can only imagine why. We all know why. All right. Second, third, and fourth. All 0.4s. That is getting me excited for the start here. Only 1 minute left. And we will have 27 laps tonight. I am a little worried for 8, 9, and 10 for the turn. And then also 1 and 2. You can see we do have a car spun right there. And that is in that infamous spot that I was just talking about. You already know in year 11. You shouldn't know yet. You should not know yet, right? J-Mac heading into the pits. Jacob going on his out lap. This is going to be the final chance to try to make something happen here. Polish looks pretty solid, though. Oh, complaint that I've seen from Polish tonight. He says the setup is very fast, but is very loose. I'm curious if he's curious. Is it a thing that you can run one setup for qualifying and another for the race? Yeah. I would, if that were me, that's what I would be doing if that's possible. Run the loose setup for quali and the more stable one for the race. But Polish so far is going to keep pole. We'll see if that stays on the board. Jacob will be second, 120.406, and Mayor of Bag City, a 120.465. Let's go back to the constructor standings here. There is no chance that we are going to see someone overtake Ferrari. They will remain in first with 458 points. Aston Martin will be in, second here with 324. We'll see what happens on down the list here, but there's a little bit of a spread. A little bit of spread there. 2 minutes, and Polish has finished his lap. The only ones that can get a lap is Jacob. A lot of these guys have disconnected here, so we'll see. Let's hang on board with Jacob, see what he can get Will he beat that? Nope, he's not going to. He's in the red. He is in the red. So Polish is going to be safe with the pole tonight. Great job to him. Oh, Rangers, no lap time from him. I am very shocked. I don't know if he is AFK or what is going on with him, but he's out on track. Nope, he is definitely out here. That's woof. When am I going to do more NASCAR Heat 5 streams? Possibly tomorrow, definitely Thursday. Polish, congratulations to him on his pole, the best of the night, a 120.2. Jacob is going to be second, a 120.4. Mayor in third with a 120.456. Culture, a 120.4. All these .4s, man. In fifth, we're going to leave Justin. Sixth is J Mac Attack. Seventh is Hokey Fan. Eighth is JC. Ninth is Wolfish. And 10th, we have David, Skyland, and 11th, Bloomy in 12th. 13th is going to be Blue Husky. Oh no, it's Shames in 14th. It's going to be close here. Let's see if we can scroll all the way down. Chargers in 15th, and yeah, we missed it. We missed it. It's going to be at 6:30 because I get home at 4:19. Probably, and maybe a little bit earlier than that. We'll see what happens. All right, these guys will be getting ready for their formation lap. Let me know, who are you rooting for, Maddie? I know who you got. I know who you have. Polish went hammer down. He sure did. He did. Repeat, you need to get out here. You do. Let's see it. I want to say that this is probably the closest lap times we've ever had. And I firmly believe if you have this many close lap times, you're going to see a lot of close driving. That's going to scare me a little bit for turn one, lap one. But yeah, I think later on we might see some single car guys getting a lot of oversteer, a lot of curb upset, and spin the cars around. Hopefully it doesn't take anyone else out, but we'll see. It's in the closet. No. No. Watch me do boogity, boogity, boogity instead of lights out, and away we go. Well, we're about to do lights out, and away we go here. The Italian Grand Prix, Temple of Speed. These guys, yeah. You do have to get that momentum off the exit. Make sure that you don't mess up those chicanes, because you do absolutely have to have that momentum down the straights. Make that pass. Make that move for the pass. So that's going to be very important for these guys. Polish starting on pole. We're going to see how he goes about it. Ranger starting from the back makes it very, very interesting. This is a dangerous situation, though, although with how these guys go into turn one, even rear damage, well, we'll see how that goes for these guys. One stopper is going to be mediums to hard. Two stopper is going to be mediums to hard for the last set. We have J-Mac on the softs. Very interesting. Justin on the hards. Every single other person is going to be on the mediums. Interesting call for these guys. Eating pizza during the Italian Grand Prix. It's just fitting, right? It absolutely is, and you're making me hungry. I'm gonna say. I never eat dinner. I don't eat dinner, but you guys always make me hungry with all the stuff you tell me. All right, here we go. Gridded up Polish Hammer. Taking his spot as the pole winner. Jacob gonna be on the outside. Mayor Bag City in third. All right, we're just waiting for the lights out at the Italian Grand Prix, and it's going to be a fun one, 27 laps. I'm not sure if I could do it, but if anyone can do it, these guys can. A lot of DSQs out here. Let's get these guys back in. A full field. 17 drivers set to grid are actually gridded at the moment. Here we go. Lights out, and here we go with the Italian Grand Prix. Polish at the helm. He is in the lead here. We have the Ferraris in second, side by side, and almost a 3 wide headed into the first corner. A Ferrari driver overdrives it, hits Polish hammer. Oh man, you know Polish is not happy right now. Absolutely brutal start for Polish. I'm gutted for him. Absolutely gutted. JDM Culture is going to take the lead. I'm going to assume it was Mayor of Bag City that overdrove that corner. That is not going to make for a happy start here. Absolutely, he got punted. Absolutely punted. Culture is going to be in first. Leave Justin. He makes some moves and gets out in second. Jacob. He's going to be in third, Hokie Fan in fourth, and we have a long train out here. But it is Justin who looks like he was trying to make a move here, maybe? The interesting turn. Everyone seems to be making it through so far. Okay. Hokie Fan currently sitting P5. Man, these guys are so incredibly close right now. Wolfish in seventh. JDM Culture with the fastest, a minute 27.7. We did have a change for second. Jacob is going to take that over from Justin. And also Husky is going to take over seventh from Wolfish. Stromboli Pizza. All right. JDM Culture 2-second gap over second place, which is going to be Jacob. Man, I would love a replay. F1, give me a replay. Rangers already DNF'd out of here. Morgs, what's up? How are you? And away we go. We'll see what we have here. Is it a virtual safety car or an actual safety car? JDM will be in the lead. Jacob in second. Leave Justin in third. J-Mac Attack is going to be fourth. And I'll tell you what, Justin and J-Mac have had some really solid finishes lately. Same with Hokie Fan. I love the improvement that I'm seeing from all of these guys. As you see again, 12 to 15 laps, mediums to hard for a one-stopper. Rangers did indeed leave the session after a heartbreaker last week at the end of the race. Blue Husky in seventh, Wolf in eighth, Skylin out here in ninth, David in 10th. Oh no, it's Shames in 11th, and we're back to racing once again. Oh no, it's Shames gets a drive-through penalty. Teammate David gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in pit lane. Oh man, absolutely brutal for these guys. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I knew this race was going to have a tough beginning, but Morgs. Wow, our pole sitter Polish. He got punted in the very first corner, dropped back. You can see him down there in 13th. I can only imagine what is on his mind right now. Mayor of Bag City down to 15th, and I'm pretty sure he might have been the one who overdrove the first corner. Wonder if we're going to see him back up through the field. It's lap 3 of 27. JDM Culture keeping pretty consistent with that gap, but Jacob, he has closed that gap just about 2 to 3 tenths. Let's take a look behind him. You can see that earlier he passed Leaf Justin. Almost the same as that gap between first and second and third. Culture gonna get the fastest lap, 123, and then Jacob a 123.7. So these guys are running very, very close times, and that's what I love to see out here. I know that first start definitely shook things up a little bit, but Polish Hammer, he's got the speed tonight, a 123.25, 5 tenths faster than the previous fast driver. J-Mac attack 0.9 behind Justin, mayor of Bag City. He hits the 122.6. That's going to put him the fastest. Oh no, it's Shames. He's going to head to pits and he is back out serving that penalty. Okie fan, these guys are getting ready to head to the issues. 8, 9, and 10 for the turns here. 7 out of 11 turns are going to be for chicanes. We have to watch these guys on the curbs. It really does upset the cars, and they can just completely whip around. I know Polish earlier during practice said, you know what? I did 2 pirouettes, and off I went, so it was kind of cool. I'm like a 10 out of 10, but don't do it during the race. Blue Husky in 7th, and we always see around this part of the field 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. These guys are always extremely close together. A little separation at the moment, but yeah, Skylin 1.5 behind. You can see the field starting to spread out. Single file Polish. We're going to see him make it through 1 and 2, and he's going to have Dion 0.6 behind. Dion currently looking really solid. P11th. Knock on wood for me, guys. I don't want to jinx him. I would love to see Rangers get back in, but I'm not sure that's going to happen as he does have a DNF. Chargers 1.3 behind Dion. These guys are headed through Sector 2. He currently sits P12, lap 5 of 27. I cannot believe how fast these drivers go through here. We do have an issue, and that's going to be Hokie Fan spins it around through that problem sector. 8, 9, and 10. He makes his way on through. Hopefully, no damage. You have to wait 25 minutes for your Stromboli. And yeah, the smell of that, I'm sure, will make you very hungry. Hokie Fan falls to 11th after that mistake. Chargers in 12th. Hokie is going to fall even further as he heads down pit lane. I'm assuming he's going to have to fix some of that damage that possibly incurred on that self-spin. Back up to Jacob, and Jacob! Guys! Yeah, we have Jacob in the lead. Culture 0.6 behind, so Jacob is a man on a mission. Up to the lead, he takes it over. Culture in 2nd, and he's got his teammate J-Mac attack. He's currently sitting P4, and man, this Mercedes cars are looking pretty solid out there. Let's go on board with Culture. Smooth operator. You botched Brad Keselowski. Wait. I know, Jacob. I talk about this so much, but the improvement I've seen through some of these drivers, just so impressive. Jacob is one of them. He's got 4 wins this season. Take a look. Culture going to go on the outside. He's going to go for the move. He secures it. There we go. Headed into the first corner. That's going to be a tricky corner. I would just be afraid for myself. Not for them necessarily, but yeah. I would be afraid that I'm going to overdrive it, trying to take the lead into that first corner and completely bin it. Culture did fine. He made the pass back up. He's back to the lead. Jacob, you know he's not going to let him get away. He's going to try to make another move. We have 2 nice straights to get that done. Let's see what he can do. Justin 4.5 behind, so these two don't have a lot to worry about behind them. But they cannot fight it out too long. Will allow Justin to catch up, and Justin, he's got some pressure on him at the moment. 0.3 behind Justin is going to be J-Mac attack, and you can see these guys almost tried to make the pass there, but did not have enough time. These two have been teammates in the NASCAR series, the IndyCar series, possibly the F1 series also. So yeah, FIFA League, you know what? I used to play that all the time. So much fun. Jacob on the tail of Culture. I don't know if he's going to have enough room. Going to take it too wide. We'll see as we head into the corner. So incredibly close. Well done, Jacob. What a move right there. Cutting it close. Justin, 3-second time penalty. Course cutting. J-Mac is going to take over that position. Moves up to P3. These guys are just so much action in these top 4. JC, he's going to be half a second behind Justin. Yeah, smooth operator, man. Take a look at this. I'm curious if these guys take a look out their rear view. It just might be one of those things where you just want to turn it off, concentrate on what is ahead of you. Don't worry about what's behind, because you'll put too much pressure on yourself and mess up. That is usually when drivers mess up. Dion, how about this? A top 10. Knock on wood. But he's doing pretty solid. He's got Charger directly behind him. 0.8 back. But Dion looking pretty solid. Excited to see how this is going. I got new headphones for school, home, streaming, and Discord. That's always a good purchase, right? Very nice. All right, we have some spread out guys. We have David in 13th. Teammate, oh no, it's Shames. These guys are doing good out here for Haas. 13th and 14th, respectively. Hokey and Bloomy. McLaren, just not a great start for these drivers as we head to lap 9 of 27. Culture making his way through, but Jacob, man, he is on the rear of Culture. We might see another pass for the lead once again. Let's go on board with Culture, see what's going on behind him. Let's take a look at that. I would not want to see this going on behind me. You can see he's trying to take a look on the left to the right. Here we go. Unable to complete that pass as we head into yet another chicane, one of the trickier parts of it. They make it through okay. This is going to be an issue the entire night. That gap has increased behind them, though. J-Mac is about 6.8 behind Jacob. That gap ever increasing. So the worries of these two having to worry about people catching up behind him, that is dwindling. But here we go. Jacob, he makes the move as we head into the first corner. Oh, Culture's got to give it up. 10-second time penalty. Huge mistake for him. He gives up that position right there. That's going to cost these guys some time. I don't know what happened between Justin and J-Mac. J-Mac is on to pit lane. He's going to fall back, and that's going to put an even greater gap between the two of Justin and Culture, which is a good thing for our top 2 drivers. Jacob has increased that gap considering what just happened with Culture. A very risky move. It did not pay off this time. A lot of risky moves between these two drivers heading into the first corner. It so far worked out before that. Just not for Culture that time. Let's hop on board with JC. 0.4 behind Justin. Justin, he's just got to keep it steady, keep it consistent. Oh, gets a little loose coming out of the exit there. Gets that curb, upsets the car, but he manages to hold on. But JC, he is quickly gaining. It will not be enough as we head into the corner here. Here we go to the straights, and you know he is going to be using that DRS. We do have a pass, and this is going to be Wolf passes Sky. That is going to be for 6th position. Sky goes to 7th. Wolf goes to 6th. Great job for him. Solid night for Blue Husky. He's going to be in the top 5 currently. Take a look at how harsh these chicanes are. We're going to go on a lap with Husky right now. He's currently kind of on his own little island. We're going to hit another chicane here. That's going to be 4 and 5. We're going to make the right-hander at 6, curve it around after a mini straight here to 7. Time penalty for Culture. 3-second penalty for him. So unfortunate. Here we go. 8, 9, and 10 is going to be right up here. Take a look at how you have to woe down the car to make it through here. Just very, very sharp corners. This is supposedly an easy track, but I can tell you, not so easy when you got to do it perfectly 27 times. Skyland, he's got some drivers behind him. That is going to be Wolf and Polish as he moves up through the field after lap 1 incident of getting punted while in the lead through turn 1. This is one of those things that is going to test you as a driver. You cannot let something like that get to you. You can let it motivate you, but do not drive angry. It usually does not work out well, but Polish, he does have a couple of drivers he will have to pass straight ahead. So that's going to be a tricky situation for him up ahead. Love to see how well he is doing trying to make his way through traffic. We do see a driver behind him, and that is going to be the J Mac attack. And we saw, I do believe he was the one on the softs, which I kind of feel like was not intentional, perhaps. But he is out here on hard tire compound. I have a feeling he might have to pit once again. We'll see how that goes. We'll have to keep tabs on that. 3 drivers with penalties. Let's take a look at what those are. 13 seconds for Culture. Absolutely brutal. And we do have a pass. Polish Hammer making a pass through Wolfish, and it is going to be for P7. Great job for him to try to make up some positions here. Mayor of Bag City still back there in 15th. Blue Husky moves up to 2nd as we do have some drivers pitting. Justin is going to be our new leader. Lap 13 of 27 is going to see a lot of these drivers pitting. Justin going to be 1st, Blue Husky in 2nd, Jacob, he's going to be in 3rd. Let's see what these guys are using for the tires. Justin out there on hards. He has yet to pit along with Blue Husky, but he is on the medium, still out there. Jacob went on the hard tire compound along with Culture. Polish Hammer still using those medium tire compounds, 12 laps in. So it feels like it's about half and half for these drivers. Our biggest mover of the night so far going to be Blue Husky, gained 11 positions. Dion, let's have it in chat for him. Up 9 positions, currently P7. That will be the best so far this season. Let's go. Let's finish that way. Unfortunately, our driver that has lost the most amount of spots is going to be Mayor of Bag City. Just a really tough spot for him tonight. Justin, 8.3. Gap between him and Blue Husky. He's going to enjoy this time out here. You gotta... Really? I would love that diecast. That would be amazing. Enjoy that. 2 more drivers on pit lane here. That's going to be Polish Hammer. Take a look. He is coming out, and Dion for Dub. He is in the pits. You can see him. These guys really have to watch it as they are going in. You can get a time penalty going too fast into the pits. You should pump. I want to see you. Monza looking very good on Justin out here tonight. Having a great run up in the top 5, and he is now leading. He will probably be going into the pit soon, I would imagine. 14 lap old tires. The second most is going to be Oh No It's Shames at 13. Everyone else, besides him and Blue Husky, which he is in the pits. All these other guys have gone in. Jacob 10 seconds back. Let's take a look when Justin will go in. I assume this time around. That's the thing you got to think about with strategy. You got to know when to call it, when to go in. If you see the leader go in and you're on this same tire compound, you don't want to wait too long. You're going to lose a lot of time with how much the tire wear is. So you do want to keep track of that and go in when they go in, or the very next lap if possible. But some of these guys do have different strategies. So I love to see how those work out. All right, let's go back on board. Our leader, Leave Justin. Are we going to see him go in? I'm saying yes. Will we see it happen? Here we go. Bloomy 5-second penalty. Justin stays out. He's hanging on to it. He's like, I want this lead. Give me some screen time. I deserve it. All right, Justin. You ask, you shall receive. Let's take a look at that beautiful green machine. The Aston Martin leading several laps here tonight. Making his way through the third corner here. Into Sector 2. Bloomy retires. Man, 2 drivers down. DNF Sector 1. Really unfortunate to see. I'm not quite sure what happened. We need replays. F1, give me replay. Give me replays. Help me out. Help me out. Jacob having a great run. Culture P3. J-Mac Attack 4th. JC in 5th, 13 seconds behind. We have Blue Husky. He's going to be out here in 6th. Skyland still hanging out there in 7th. A solid run for him also. Polish Hammer, he's in 8th. And we are catching everyone going through these chicanes. Mayor of Bag City all the way up to P9. 1 position behind Polish here. Hokie Fan 10th. Dion 11th. Chargers in 12th. In 13 we have David. 14th is Oh No It's Shames, and 15th is going to be Wolf. We have lost Bloomy and Rangers. I hate Red Bull, but it's awesome to start seeing some F1 diecast in America. What do you have against Red Bull? I don't know a lot about F1 as far as teams, the difference, like... I know there are people that do not like them in the way they run their team. So, I mean, I get that. We do have an incident. Dion, no, Dion. Say it ain't so. They won't even let me view him. Dion, P13. He was looking so solid tonight. 16 of 27. Here we go. He is falling hard as drivers are starting to pass him. Verstappen. Okay, well, there you go. There you go. You don't drink Red Bull or energy drinks anymore. I remember you used to quite a bit. I gotta say, Justin just hanging on to these tires. 16 laps, like 17. We're going on 17 now. Record. Absolute record. The oldest tires we see after that is going to be 7 laps. He is going for a definite 1 stopper tonight, and I want to see how well it's going to pay off for him. That gap is decreasing, but not by a ton, not by as much as I thought it was going to be. Jacob 7.7 behind. But he does have Culture behind him. So if these guys start going back and forth and battling, that will help Justin out. They will have to make it a quick pass for P2. On board with Culture, 1.2 behind, so he has lost a little bit of time as he sits behind Jacob. Lap 18 of 27. I don't even know where this race went. Where did this race go? So fast. It goes by so incredibly fast. Let's take a look. Sky. Oh, Sky! He was so close behind Blue Husky. Loses it off the exit there. Man, that's the first time I've seen a driver lose it off of 6, I should say. Really, really unfortunate. He was having a really solid run. Only loses a spot or two, so not as bad as it could have been. And he still has 6.5 seconds behind before Mayer catches up to him. But you know, Mayer is putting that to the test. He's trying to gain back all he can. But man, oh man, heartbreaker right there. These drivers are spread out more than what I thought they were going to be. Hokie fan 17 seconds behind. Oh no, it's Shames 4 behind. Wolf 8 behind. So a lot of space between these drivers. Very interesting to see here. Justin, he is watching the interval just slowly drain down. I'm just really surprised that he's hanging out here, but I have a feeling we're going to see him in the softs. What do you guys think? Softs? Mediums? What do you think? What is he on right now? He's got to be on the hards. There's no way he's not. Yeah, he's on the hards. I'm saying softs. He's going to want that speed. Going to try to hang out as long as he can. He's still out. I'm blown away. Absolutely blown away here. Jacob in second, going past the pit entry here. Here we go, JDM Culture. Lap 20 of 27. J-Mac attack in fourth. So our teammates Culture and J-Mac, solid night for Mercedes. Watch me run a full race on softs in the F1 series. Oh, okay. Now you're just getting crazy pump. I don't know how long that would last, sir. I want to see who is behind J-Mac. I do believe that might be Charger, maybe? Let's see. Let's go down. Let's go down and see. Take a look here. Interesting. Yeah, it could be Charger. J-Mac attack. We're gonna have JC 12 seconds behind Blue Husky. Blue Husky is currently sitting 6th. Polish in 7th. Sky in 8th. The mayor of Back City has caught Skyland. You've never ran Monza? I did. I did just today, actually. It was tricky. Justin, he goes into pit. New leader is going to be Jacob. Justin falls to P3 as he goes into pit. P4. We'll see when he comes out. Interesting strategy. Mayor of Bag City still 0.4 behind. Let's go on board with Justin. Let's see what he takes. He's on the softs, just like I called it. I'm liking the strategy. It's bold. Dion, what happened? I was so excited for you. I was so excited for you. You had such a solid night. Man, oh man. I don't know. Justin is 10.9 behind. He's going to have a lot of catching up to do. Soft tires or not. It's a lot of time, but J-Mac 6 seconds ahead, and we're gonna have Culture 1.6 ahead of that. So Culture could perhaps catch up to Jacob and battle once again for that lead. We've seen it the entire race. Got loose, got clipped by the car behind me. No. Dion, I was so incredibly excited for you. You were up to P7 that I saw. So yeah, absolutely incredible. You did great. I hope it was fun for you. You did awesome, dude. All right. Culture 1.5 behind. Let's go back. JC is going to be the next closest battle. He is 1.1 behind Justin. 10.6, 10.5 for Justin. I'm going to have to keep an eye on the gap between these drivers. See how much he gains. 10.3, so 3/10 just in one corner there. Polish hammer. As Repeat said, he's going to put the hammer down. He is right behind Blue Husky, and you know he is coming for that position. He's going to try to make a move for P6 coming up shortly. Got a little bit of time before that happens as he is 0.6 behind. You can eat it before the race ends. Oh, man, that exit. Absolutely phenomenal exit for Polish there.
Just resubbed for 7 months.
Mr. Pot Smoker, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gifts a tier 1 sub to Racer Wreck. Here we go. Polish goes over for P6, makes the move. Blue Husky moves to 7th. Polish to 6th. Huge overtake for Polish, and that is another one down. He's got a lot before he can catch up to JC, though. Justin, fastest lap right there, baby. He's got a 122.3. Sitting P4, and take a look at that gap. We're keeping our eye on it. It was 10.6 at the start, 8.5, and that was just one lap ago. So 2 seconds down, closing that gap for him. Evan! Wait, Evan, how are you doing this? I saw Dion loose. I hit the brakes late trying to avoid him. Had wing damage, but I'm still going. Evan is Charger. Currently sitting P14 and talking in chat. Have I not taught you guys anything? How are you talking in chat and not dying? Don't drive and text, fellas. All right, Culture. Interesting. A driver in between these two. .9 behind. That has grown just a bit, but Jacob is still in the lead. Culture in second. J-Max 6.9 behind. Justin 7.5. I don't know that's gonna be enough. I don't know that's gonna be enough. 8 seconds behind J-Mac attack. Lap 24 of 27. You need the NOS button. Where is that? Show me. We need to use it. I love his strategy. I just don't know that it was enough. JC going to be 4.7 back. He's going to round out the top 5. Meanwhile, Polish Hammer 10 seconds behind JC. P6, and I'll tell you what, really extremely fast and practiced. Fastest in qualifying, leading him to the pole. Fortunately, gets taken out. Turn 1 at the start. Blue Husky 1.6 behind, currently sitting P7. P8 is going to be Mayor of Bag City. P9 is Skyland. Running out the top 10 is going to be David MC, 14.9 behind Sky. 16.5 behind David is going to be Hokey Fan, currently sitting P11. P12 is going to be Oh No, It's Shames. Wolfish sitting in 13th and Chargers in 14th. You saw the Stromboli oozing with cheat. You guys are crazy. I paused my game and looked up. Okay, Evan, I see you. Fair enough. I forgot about the whole AI thing. 25 of 27. This race. Jacob, Culture, J-Mac, these guys gonna go for the top 3. Jacob trying to get yet another win of the season. That will be his 5th win of the season, putting an ever more gap between him and Aston Martin for constructor standings. Let's take a look at the points. Mayor of Back City is in the lead with points, 234. Jacob is in second with 224. Man, I'm kind of curious how that will play out if Mayor finishes 8th. Will we see a new leader once again for Jacob, because he was leading the point standings earlier this season? Jacob, he's got company behind him. Let's take a look. Culture 1.1. I don't want to jinx these guys, but it is getting close. It's getting very, very close. 26 of 27, 2 laps left. Heading into the first corner here, watch as he takes it. Hitting all those curbs, trying to get all the speed that he can out of it. I love watching these guys in practice and qualifying, seeing how they take the corners. Some of these drivers stay away from the curbs. Some of the drivers use all of the curbs and the track to get all that speed, and that's exactly what you have to do. However, there are some curbs that you guys know that will absolutely destroy you if you hit them. So there's some that you have to stay away. Just stay away from them. You want to use AI, you use AI. Nothing wrong with that. It can teach you a lot, to be honest. It can. Take a look at this beautiful sight down the straight, heading into the corners. 8, 9, and 10 right here. He takes it wide. GDM Culture behind him. Wolf gets a 3-second time penalty. Speaking of time penalties, we don't want to forget about all the penalties Culture gets. That's going to put him down a spot. J-Mac up a spot to P2. We cannot forget about that. You know, it depends who you ask, Pump. It depends on who you ask. You guys, I forgot about Culture and his penalties. Even if he does pass Jacob, there is no way for him to win this race tonight. This race is a lock for Jacob, so long as he does not make a drastic mistake here. Polish up to P6, Mayor up to P8. Culture with 13 seconds and penalties, just absolutely brutal. Todd, what's up? How are you? Hope you guys are doing well out there. Here we go. 8, 9, and 10 is gonna be the tricky spot. Culture 1 second behind, but as I said, it will not matter. We just got to get Jacob through these final corners. One of the trickiest spots on the track right here. Jacob gets through just fine. One more corner and we will have a winner at the Italian Grand Prix, and it will be Jacob. The final lap, the final corner. Here we go, Jacob. Don't make me nervous here. He makes it through. Here we go, Jacob, gonna get his 5th win of the season. Congratulations, the Italian Grand Prix round 15 winner right here, Jacob Culture. He is going to move down to P3. J-Mac, after that penalty for Culture, will move up to 2nd. Great podium for these drivers. Culture in 3rd. Justin, after a very bold strategy, he's gonna be 4th. JC rounding out the top 5. Polish, I'm heartbroken for him. I'm heartbroken for him. He gets a 6 after the lap 1 incident. Mayor in 7th, right behind. Blue Husky in 8th. Sky in 9th. David in 10th. Hokey 11th. I say that and these guys haven't even finished yet. Oh no, it's Shames 12th. Wolf in 13th. Chargers in 14th. Todd, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Thank you. I know, Jacob, another big win. Ferrari team just dominating this season. Pretty incredible. Culture, heartbroken for him with those penalties. We've seen drivers lose the race due to those penalties, so that's heartbreaking. The points going into this race. Driver of the day going to be J-Mac Attack. Once again, we've seen him driver of the day several times, so huge congratulations to him. But it is Jacob who is going to celebrate the win. And let me hop on over to the party here and get Jacob, J-Mac, and Culture over. I think Jordan is hanging offline. If you guys see Jordan, can you invite him over?
I can do so.
Thank you so much. Jacob out here celebrating. Take a look. Man, a huge race for you out here. Just, I love the battles that I saw. Take us through your race, Jacob. How confident were you going into this race tonight?
I did feel good going into it. Turn 1 was my biggest concern, and sure enough, like we did get contact and stuff happen, but to be just a couple seconds behind the leaders, no big deal. So after that, it was just going to be between me and Culture, and we seemed like we had the same speed, so that was going to be a battle. But once he hit that 10-second penalty, I just kind of put that 10 in, so I would take it though. I mean, it doesn't really matter how you get the wins, what I think. So
Absolutely.
best case scenario, honestly.
A win is a win,
Car guy
for sure.
1 month.
So when you saw that you were battling it out with Culture, once you saw that he did have those penalties, were you concerned that you may lose the lead to someone else, or did you think that you were pretty solid with a win tonight?
I mean, I had the seconds of gap. All I had to do was not crash it, but J-Mac actually was keeping right at pace. So with that many laps to go, I didn't consider it to be like done for. So I had to still keep going. I was treating it as if the guy right behind me actually could pass me, even though he had the penalties. So just waiting on that potential safety car. But there's nothing I can do at that point. So
Right.
it's just, I'm glad it wasn't the first one this season, but another time I got to ride around out front and just hope we can get to the finish, and that's what happened. So
Yeah, for sure. And man, I had a question I was going to ask you and I forget now, but was there any part of the track that was especially hard for you? You just seem so consistent out there. I just saw a confident Jacob out there just doing a great job. So I'm curious if there was any trouble spot for you.
yeah, well, the first chicane is tricky because you have to be patient. So enough practice slaps like made me do that. But the final corner actually was giving me issues all the way up until we actually got into the race. So I just didn't have to push too hard and hit over any bumps. So yeah, but the first and last turn are tough here. I'm just glad I didn't have any actual close calls where I was about to lose the car.
Absolutely. Well, huge congratulations to you. Next week, we head to Coda. What are your thoughts for
Thank you,
Coda?
appreciate it.
We missed him. All right. In second, we have J-Mac Attack. Before we get to that, Racer Rec, thank you so much for gifting a tier 1 sub. That is amazing. You guys are awesome. He gives it out to Evan. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. All right. J-Mac Attack. Man, oh man, what a race tonight. You were looking confident out there too. I know you don't get a lot of practice time, so I'd love to see it when you guys are able to come out here and just nail the track. How was the track for you? What were your trouble spots? How did you bring it home second?
Well, it's Monza. You go in a straight line and then you brake really hard, do a right left, and then you go really hard and then you brake really hard and do a left right, and then you brake really hard again and do another left right, and then your lap's pretty much done at that point. So it's not a tough place to grasp, and it's one that, I mean, by this point, I think a lot of us that have been playing racing games, it's on literally every racing game on the planet, so we got a lot of laps there. So it's not a tough place to get a grasp of. Yeah, I mean, turn 1 was a tough spot all race long. It's just so tight, and the second half of that first chicane is just so tough to get right because it's really tight, and that curb is probably the most evil curb of all of the curbs at Monza. So if you get it wrong late, then you kill your lap time, and if you get it wrong early, then it's probably going to kick you out into the dirt, and you're really going to kill your lap time. So just getting that corner right, being smart through there, being willing to give up some time whenever you miss it, just trying to be smart there. But turn one, I ended up beaching it on the curb. Just everything got crazy, and I thought I got slowed down, and like somehow I guess I got the first curb on the first part of the chicane, and it shot me out into all the turtles out between there. So I was just trying to kind of take it easy and not get a penalty and keep the car underneath me. And by the time I got through there, I was in like 7th or 8th or something like that, and had to make up a bunch of time, which, I mean, with my pace I ran, I really felt like I ran kind of an alternate strategy to everyone, and I honestly, softs to hards might have been the way to go. That might have been the best one. Like the softs really held together a lot better than I thought they were going to, and kept their pace pretty well. And then the hards, they just don't fall off here. I mean, the only tire you really have to baby is the left rear, and that's it. So you just have to be smart with it. Other than that, I mean, it's just, you know, got to make good laps, and I think I probably maybe could have competed for the win. I mean, I had pace enough to at least have been there, but I just threw too much away in turn one, and that was all she wrote. But I mean, a lot of other people had the same issue. They had their races disappear in turn one, lap 1, 2. So in the grand scheme of things, I ended up lucky to be able to get away with it and come home with a good finish, a nice P2. It's good to be back on the podium and one spot away. We've been there a few times, never won in this league. Still looking for it, but we've hit P2 a few times, and we did it again tonight, and it was a good finish and a good team points night with us finishing 2nd and 3rd. It's a shame that he somehow got a 13-second penalty. Thanks F1, I guess. But yeah, we had a good race and had some fun, and it was a good night, I guess.
One spot away from the win. Do you think that Coda, because I know you like Coda, do you think we can see that there?
Probably not, because I mean that's a track that's going to be a little more like experience on the game.
Some
Like
pot
this
smoker
track is
69
incredibly
cheers.
easy to drive.
X100.
I mean, you could maybe blindfold and get around there without maybe hitting a wall. But at Coda is going to be a really tough racetrack. It's another track most of us have run a ton of laps on across various games. But yeah, it's that's going to be one where I like top 5 is probably my ceiling, like a fringe top 5 finish. That's going to be my thoughts going into that one, and we'll see if we have a little more pace once it gets started. But all in all, gonna enjoy this one, and then we're gonna go home to Austin next week. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Well, there you go. Well, huge congratulations to P2 and driver of the day. We'll see you next week at Coda.
Indeed.
All right, Culture. I'm heartbroken for you. There's a couple of drivers that I'm heartbroken for tonight, and you are one of them. Take us through the penalty. You had a lot of speed out there tonight. You guys were battling for the lead. So first, take us through the penalty.
Sorry, my mic's a bit broken right now.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know. It's not easy driving with no downforce. I know for sure I wasn't the only driver who didn't put any downforce on their car. I mean, if you miss your braking point at Monza or in a car that has absolutely no downforce on it, you miss your braking point just slightly and you're gonna either hit somebody or miss the turn. So I mean, I was just trying not to hit him. I mean, I would have tried to go left, but his car was already there,
right.
And he wasn't moving across the track anytime soon. So did the best I could to get out of his way. I definitely could have kept going. I didn't have to let him by. The game just lets you keep going even afterwards, but it wouldn't have been right to do that.
Right.
But I mean, the penalty is the penalty. It is what it is. I know I had a strong car. It would have been cool to actually race him for the win in the end. I'm pretty sure he wasn't pushing as hard as he could in the end, knowing I had that much penalties. So we never know. We'll never know unless we get another chance.
Yeah, it's just one of those races. You had a consistent car, though. A risky move for trying to make that lead there, which cost you a possible race for the win. But man, I loved watching you guys battle out there. Podium, still a great finish. And love seeing the improvement. I got to ask Culture, how do you feel about Coda?
Last time we raced there, I was like more mid-pack. So I don't know. This time around, I'm on a wheel, so maybe I'll be faster. We'll see.
We shall see, but great race. So many drivers changing positions, a couple of different strategies. I know J-Max spoke about being on those softs and going to a hard. We saw Justin do that strategy. He was out there with 18 to 19 lap old tires, but I do believe he got a P5 if I'm not mistaken. But interesting strategies, a lot of battles, a fun race. Pot Smoker, thank you so much for the 100 biddies. I appreciate it. Sorry I didn't say it sooner. I just didn't want to interrupt the guys, but thank you so much. Thank you guys for the subs and for hanging out with these drivers. Jacob, huge congratulations for the win. Culture for the podium, and J-Mac for driver of the day, and P2. Next week, we will be back out. It will be at Coda. You guys know the track. It is a tricky one. I'm glad I'm not racing. I'm glad I'm in the booth for that one. But thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Same time, same day. Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. See you guys. What happened with turn 1?